Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought we would jump into Assetto Corsa for a race. I really neglected this game. I've only played a few hours on it and I figured we would jump straight into a race without any practice, which may be a bad idea. It's an AI race, so they're not all that competitive. I think I've got them set to about 98%. The track is Laguna Seca, which I know a little bit about from the old Gran Turismo days. And we're driving the Audi S1, never driven it before, and the only assist I'm using is ABS. We're starting in 10th place, so wish me luck on this one. We get an amazing launch off the line. We've got to keep our wits about us. Now I do have my head tracker on, which should allow me to look left and right. And let's see what carnage ensues at the first corner. We managed to keep it nice and clean. There's somebody on the right hand side over there. Don't know where they are. I think we made up quite a few places there at the start. And oh my god, what's this guy doing? He just slowed right down on the racing line. He's taken a really wide line in there and we've hopped the curb, which isn't the best. So let's give this guy a little bit of room. Looks like we're maybe in 6th place or so. And we're holding it together not too bad. I do know this track fairly well, like I said, from Gran Turismo, but these cars feel really different. And I have to say, I'm very much struggling on the brakes. I do think with this game, you have to use a lot of trail braking, and I'm not used to doing that an awful lot. Okay, we're looking good coming into this section. Oh, and this guy hops over the curb and almost sends us off the track. We've got an amazing run up the hill here. Can we get alongside this guy? We make a bit of contact with him. Can we get alongside the blue car? And we are going to outbrake ourselves completely and just leave the track. But we'll make sure we give that place back to the blue car. Alright, well, the first lap has been really scruffy and very frantic, but we've kept the car on the road for the most part. And this, I'm really getting caught out with this car under braking. It really wants to slide, and we're losing a whole ton of time. So lap 2, let's just see if we can keep things a little bit calmer. Now my head tracker is playing up, as you can tell. It's kind of leaning over to the side, so we're going to cancel that. We're going to switch that off. Now we're on the straight. There we go. That's a little bit better. Apologies for that. And let's see if we can close in on the 3rd place guy here. Now we are driving on a green track, which means that the grip won't be there to begin with. So for the first lap or so, until the track starts to rubber in a little bit, it will be a little bit low on grip. And I can certainly say that, feel that's the case. I'm running a little bit wide in places. I'm not really hitting many of the apexes of these corners. Got to be careful at Laguna not to hit those red high sausage curbs, because they do cause you to go airborne. Alright, well, we're keeping it fairly clean so far, but we are definitely building a train of cars behind us. We're going way too slow to match the pace of the top 3. Maybe I'm just being a little bit too cautious. I feel like I'm not taking enough chances in certain places and being very cautious under braking. And then in other places, I'm sliding the car and losing a whole heap of time. Let's see how we do at the corkscrew this time. Last time we made a total mess of it. And this time, a lot better. I could have gone a good bit quicker through there, I feel. Well, I'm just showcasing this for fun, as you can see. I'm not a serious sim racer in the slightest, and of course I thought, what would be the fun in practicing this and getting perfect? Oh, as I slide off the track, being perfect at this. I'd rather just jump straight into a race I've not done before and have a little bit of fun and have a laugh and see where we finish. We started 10th, we're currently sitting in 4th place. I think we're doing pretty good, all things considered. Well, I hope you guys are having a great weekend and have had a great week so far and enjoying your summer. When you watch this, I will be well away on my summer holidays. I've decided to take quite a bit of time during the summer off. That's why you will notice that my upload schedule to YouTube has been fairly quiet recently. I usually take the entire month of July off of YouTube. This year, decided to do things a little bit differently. I've just kind of bring out a video if and when I can, when it's available, and I've got a couple of videos like this one scheduled to be released over the summer, but when we get back into August time, then normal service will resume and we'll get back into a more regular schedule. I have to say my channel has been mostly truck sim and particularly lately BeamNG related content, and that's all been good and really good fun, and I've got great views and lots of subscribers, but decided for a couple of videos just to go back to basics and just try out some different things. And if you've not watched my Tiny Glade video, which was out about a week ago, then try that one. That's a cool little demo that I really enjoyed playing. It's basically a game where you make little toy houses and castles. I found it a lot of fun, and it was great fun to make the video as well. And I thought, what will I do next? And I hadn't played Assetto Corsa in such a long time, and this, by the way, is such a cheap game. Go and pick it up from Steam if you haven't done so. Oh, big slide here. You get hours and hours and hours of fun out of it. It is frustrating. I still can't quite get used to the brakes. Sometimes I feel that I brake way too early for the corners and I've got the braking mastered, and other times I miss the apex of a corner by miles, so I can't quite figure out the braking system yet. The handling though, I feel is really good, and it's a lot of fun. Great just for turning a few laps and keeping your racing instincts nice and sharp. Well, I'm finding this great fun. I'm disappointed that I'm down in 5th place. We're not really making any impression on these guys in front. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. Well, I do. I'm just kind of slow everywhere. I'm really cautious into these corners. I think after the first lap being so frantic and making a few mistakes, I'm just perhaps taking things too cautiously. You can see I'm turning in very early for corners. I don't want to miss apexes here, and I'm also braking quite cautiously before corners. But we are getting towards the end of this race, and if I'm going to make any impression on these guys in front, we've got essentially just over a lap to go. I'm going to have to get a little bit of a shake on. I'm practicing some different lines. I normally take a really tight line through that corner, and I'm trying to just practice going a little bit wider. This one is my real nemesis, this corner here. I always seem to get a big slide on. We didn't do too badly that time, but we really didn't use the full track width at all there. This one as well is surprisingly difficult and doesn't feel all that satisfying when you go around that tight hairpin leading onto the straight, and I feel that I'm probably losing a bit of time there as well. I know practice makes perfect with these things, and I just need to put in the hours. I've put in a surprisingly low number of hours, just a handful of hours into this game, and it's absolutely crazy that I've done that because this is a whole lot of fun. We're getting pressure put on us from the car behind, so this is our last lap. So we either just defend for 5th place, or we try to put a bit of a push on, break away from this guy behind us. It seems to be just him alone. See if we can get out of his slipstream range and try and push on. You can see 3rd place right up the road there, just a few seconds ahead, so I think we can try our best here. If we make a mess of this, the worst is going to happen is we're going to probably finish in 6th place. Lines are looking pretty good. We are pulling away from the guy behind, so we're managing to put a little bit of a hurry up on here. And see how we do this one. Turned in way too early there, but not too bad. A little bit late to apply the throttle for coming up the hill. We could have done that a little bit better. Let's abuse the track limits here. Fling it over the curb and down on the other side. That looks pretty good. Let's go for a fairly wide line coming in, and then let's cut it over towards the apex, which we miss. And we missed the exit. Yeah, we could have done much better there. How are we going to do in this corner? Are we going to get a slide on? No, we managed to keep it neat and tidy. And into the final hairpin. Not probably going to be able to do any better than 5th place, can we? This guy's got a slow launch out the corner, and we've got this shorter inside line, but we don't quite do it. 5th place is all we can manage. That was a lot of fun. I don't know why I don't show more Assetto Corsa on this channel. It's a really frustrating game sometimes to set up, and to get mods installed on it can be a bit of a pain in the neck. But you know what? When it comes down to it, the racing is amazing. The AI are not really the best. As you can see, they're a little bit slow and they do slightly jank things at times, as do I. But maybe we need to be getting on with some multiplayer races soon and see how we do against some real human opponents. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching our little race in the Audi S1 around Laguna Seca. It was a lot of fun, and I didn't completely and utterly embarrass myself with this one, which is always a bonus. If you've enjoyed, then leave me a like. It does help get the video out there to a wider audience. But most importantly, have a fantastic day, folks, and until the next one, take care.